And Smash Circuit 2022 is finally upon us. How does it work? Well, normally, we'd have 32 fighters, aligned in divisions of 4, with 2 divisions in each conference. So it would be 8 fighters in each conference in total. They would be doing battle for a total of 9 weeks. It's broken apart into 3 stages each with their own stage playoffs. But those 9 weeks, 3 weeks per stage, will go in to the season playoffs where we will crown the Smash Circuit Grand Champion. But that doesn't happen later this year. We haven't even started it. Let's break it down in the division alignment and who actually made it. Oh, okay, I see now. The Mushroom Kingdom wants Division A back. Long ago, Division A was ruled by the Mushroom Kingdom, but as of recently, the big fighters have taken over, and Wario, Wario just really wants to bring it back to the Mushroom Kingdom. Dr. Mario has been trying for a bit, but Wario was able to come back after missing last season.
Wario wins!
Speaking of Dr. Mario, he came off a pretty decent season, going 41-31, and he's back in Division A yet again to try to rip it away from the other 2 fighters. Those 2 fighters should be obvious because they've been at each other's throats for the last 2 seasons.
Dr. Mario wins!
King K. Rool is one of the best fighters in Smash Circuit. The only problem is, when it really counts, he doesn't show up. He made the finals in 2019 and couldn't get anything going. Really didn't do much in 2020 in the playoffs, but in 2021, 2-time stage champion. 2 of the stages this season are based off of King K. Rool. They're named that way. However, he just can't get past the defending champion of Division A. Ever.
King K. Rool wins!
Ever since his Smash Circuit debut in 2020, King DDD has ruled Division A. Won it in 2020, won it in 2021, and now he's defending his title again. Of course, King K. Rool is going to be a tough out. Literally barely just won the division from him last season, but this rivalry just continues. Strong as ever.
King DDD wins!
It's actually been a long time since Bowser Jr. has actually made it. Way back in the Smash 4 days. We haven't really seen what Bowser Jr. can do outside of the preseason qualifiers, and there's a big difference between those and the actual regular season. There's a lot of fighters that somehow sneak their way through the preseason qualifiers and then make it to the regular season and then suck absolute ditch water. It's a tiring thing to see. So who knows what we might see. Bowser Jr.'s slate is clean as far as I know.
Bowser Jr. wins!
One of the biggest surprises last year was Donkey Kong. He didn't even make it in 19 or 20, but just happened to make it in 2021. But just because Division A was such a difficult division to be in, he ended up getting last in the division. However, he still had a winning record. That's such an odd thing to happen. Now that he's out of that entanglement, he has another shot in Division B.
Donkey Kong wins!
Sometimes the Grand Champion doesn't even win a division. That happened in the past with Captain Falcon, and it happened again with our Grand Champion from 2021, Bowser. That meant that Bowser gets the first pick of the division that he wants to be in. Of course, if you win your division, that means you automatically get a spot in the next season defending that title, but unfortunately Bowser just has to defend his Grand Championship, which is a lot tougher to do since you're fending off everybody in the league versus just 3 other fighters. Division B last year wasn't really the best, so it's going to be a big toss-up if the defending champion of Division B, Ridley, can actually defend his title against that of Bowser and DK. Bowser Jr. is a big question mark, but especially with a grand champion from 2021. So the question is, after a poor start in 2019, missing out in 2020, returning in 2021 to win a division, can Ridley defend his title?
Ridley wins.
What was once a laughingstock back in the day is now really just a mediocre fighter. It's very unclear how decent Kirby is in Smash Ultimate just yet, but being in a division with these fighters, it's going to be a very difficult time. At least, I would think so.
Kirby wins.
After getting his division title ripped away from him last year, Hero is back in Division C. The former Division C champion and won a stage finals back in 2020. He has the talent. The question is, can that talent overcome the rival from last year?
Hero wins.
Back after a shocking elimination last year, Cloud is once again here to bring the pain. The only issue is, his rival, one of his biggest franchise's rival, is in the same division. The division champion from last season. That and Cloud hasn't looked as good once we made the switch to Smash Ultimate. It remains to be seen if Cloud can actually overcome the challenges of Division C. The defending champion of Division C, a 2021 stage finals champion. It's the reason why our first stage is given this Sephiroth theme. And while Hero and Zelda fought over this division, Sephiroth at the last moment stole it from right under their noses. It's gonna be really challenging to see if Sephiroth can actually do it again with Cloud and Hero in the same division, but it should be a wild ride. The last time we saw Pikachu, we were not under the singles format just yet, so it's been quite some time. And he's back in Division D, where he once won the division back in the day. However, with so much talent swarming around in Smash Ultimate, it's going to be tough, including the former champion, the current Division D champion coming from 2021, and a Pokemon trainer? You better watch that. He might want to catch you.
Pikachu wins.
Hey! Pokemon trainer, no, you can't catch that Pikachu. That's another competitor. So put the Pokeball down. Don't make me disqualify you. I can't? Oh. Well, we better hope that he doesn't try to catch him anymore. But really, Pokemon Trainer's only time in Smash Circuit led him to a flat, even record last time he was in 2020. So it remains to be seen. But then again, he's not in the same division with Snake, so there might be a better chance for him.
Pokemon Trainer.
You did it, Charizard!
The former Grand Champion and one of 2 remaining fighters that has made every single Smash circuit. That was, of course, Dr. Mario and Ness. Ness did win in 2018, but that was in Smash 4, and ever since has been, pretty decent so far. Unfortunately, he's been in Division B, which has a lot of great fighters in recently. Couldn't overcome that of Ridley, but I want to blame the strength of Division A. Division A was one of the best divisions, so I believe Ness just really wanted to go back to the division that he was in when he won it all back in 2018.
Ness wins.
Taking the claim to fame for the Mii Gunners. That is the Mii Gunner Tails. Tails, of course, using all the Tails hat and all that stuff. For some reason, though, really put a stronghold on the Mii Gunner. And ever since that he's had so much success, is now viewed as an actual full-time Smash Circuit character. If he doesn't win the division title, there's no reason for his character to be erased. He's left a legacy on Smash Circuit. But don't underestimate this Mii Gunner. Tails not only has won his division in back-to-back seasons, he's also won the conference in back-to-back seasons. He made the Final Four in 2020, so it is a really tough ask to actually think that anybody can challenge it. But hey, there's a Smash Circuit where things can change in a split second. Just look at what happened to Snake last year.
Mii Gunner wins.
Picking up where his franchise counterpart left off, Richter comes into Division E. This was the domain of Simon. Well, I use the term domain very lightly here because Simon didn't do too well due to the other fighters in the division, but the point stands. We'll see if Richter can actually do better than what Simon could do, seeing as 2 other fighters from last season are in Division E as well.
Richter wins.
One of the strangest things to happen last year was that of Snake. Snake had won Division E and the conference in both 2020 and 2019. So it was very shocking to see him come into 2021 and just completely fall on his face. He got 3rd in his division and he got nowhere. This was somebody who made the Final Four in back-to-back seasons in 2019 and 2020. So what in the hell happened to him last season? Did something get changed in a patch? It's very confusing. And seeing as Snake went back to Division E, he really just wants to get that win back from the division champion.
Snake wins.
You know, I really should call the Ice Climber Wildcard Award the Olimar Wildcard Award, because Olimar did win the wildcard in 2019 and failed to make it the following season. Same thing with Ice Climbers and same thing with Palutena. However, Olimar finally makes it back and went back to Division E where he was 3 years ago. Now, he did pretty good before, but that was with Toon Link, Meta Knight, and Snake in the division. And now dealing with the current champion, Snake and Richter, it could be kind of tough for him to replicate his success.
Olimar wins.
Being in the shadow of the 2-time Division F champion gotta be really tough, you know? That's why last year when Banjo and Kazooie moved to Division E, he finally made his way out and won a division title for himself. While he didn't win the conference because of the Division F champion, still under his shadow, he was able to make a name for himself. However, he's got to be careful. We have Olimar, which is still a big wild card, and we have the return of Snake wanting to win back that division championship. Now, is that possible? It's very unclear at this moment because we don't know what happened to Snake last year. Snake could come back with a vengeance. This could be on a different patch. We just do not know.
Banjo and Kazooie win.
A lot of the old fighters from Division F all came back to that very same division. The once former champion of Division F, Wolf from 2019, did come back to Division F to try to win back his title that he won. The only problem is this division has leveled up since then. Division F really wasn't that strong in the past up until recently, where it really has leveled up. But the question still remains, can Wolf actually win his title back?
You're good, but I'm better.
Also a former champion of Division F, Little Mac makes his way back after missing the last 2 seasons. This is his first attempt in 1v1 fights, and it's huge because his home field is the boxing ring, which means that he'll be able to not fall down to a blast zone down beneath. It's impossible. So, I mean, he used to be a champion, but the question is, can he do better in 1v1s? I think it's entirely possible.
That belt looking good on you, son.
This is a true fighters division, it seems. We have Little Mac, we have a space fighter in Wolf, but we also have a Pokemon wrestler in Incineroar. Now, Incineroar has been hit and missed quite a few times here. This is his 4th season in a row, but he's been wildly inconsistent. He was doing pretty decently in 2019 and 2020, before 2021, where he didn't really do as good, but now that he's in Division F, which is not really known for its divisional strength, I mean, all we can do is just sit and wait. It's very hard to tell how consistent he will be this season. Just like King DDD himself, Terry came into Division F in 2020 and won it, and then did it again, uncontested, in 2021. In fact, he was probably, by far, the best from the Northern Conference, and we'll see if he can do that again. I feel like there's a lot stronger of fighters this season. In Division F, you have Incineroar, you have Little Mac, which is a big question mark, and then on the other side of the conference, of course, you have Snake and Banjo, so it's going to be rather tough to see, but claiming that Terry cannot win Division F for the 3rd season in a row would be absolute, well, how the kids say it, haberdashery. Division G has really turned into a power struggle. As of late, it's been a power struggle between Animal Crossing and The Legend of Zelda. Villager joined the division last year, and while he didn't do as good, he still brought the pain, which was a big surprise because in the past, Villager hasn't been that good. But he came into last season and actually did insane. He did well. So now, with that belief that he is an actual decent fighter, can he keep the power struggle away from The Legend of Zelda?
Villager wins!
The former Division C champion looks like she gave up on Division C after losing it to Hero in 2020 and then losing it to Sephiroth in 2021. She made the trip to Division G to try to keep a certain fighter, a certain enemy from the Legend of Zelda series away from the Division G championship, as they were so close to doing it last season, but they just couldn't quite get to that point. So we'll see if Zelda can stop that or get stopped by the current champion. It's a tough ask, especially in this division. This division looks to be really strong. That Legend of Zelda enemy, I mean, it's kind of obvious that it's Ganondorf. Ganondorf, of course, was once one of the top-tier fighters back in the day. Kind of took a step off in Smash 4 and then came back actually pretty decent in Smash Ultimate. In the past, he was always feuding with Link. But since he wasn't doing that well, that rivalry kind of fizzled out. It seems to be the case that he's bringing his rivalry to a new level. And like I've been saying, this has resulted in a power struggle of Division G between The Legend of Zelda and Animal Crossing. But who is this roadblock that's stopping Ganondorf? You know, I gotta say, if you told me that Isabelle would be a division champion for 3 years running, I would have slapped you in the side of the head with a flashlight. I would not have believed you if that was the case, but she has. She won one of the extra divisions 3 years ago and has won Division G 2 years running. So what does that mean? Well, this is the power struggle. We have Isabelle and Villager, two very good fighters. And we have Ganondorf and Zelda, two former division champions. So, who will win in the battle of Animal Crossing versus The Legend of Zelda? Only time will tell.
Isabelle wins.
This is why you don't qualify so late, okay? Piranha Plant, what is wrong with you? You were one of the best fighters last season, but you only qualified this late? This is what you get. Look at what division you are in now. Division H. You didn't really have much choice to go after, and now you're in one of the hardest divisions in Smash Circuit. All I can say is good luck, because I don't think your record is going to be nearly as good.
Piranha Plant wins.
I have a bone to pick with you, Corin. Corin, I don't understand you. Okay, you did win the entire thing back in 2017, but that was Smash 4. This is Smash Ultimate. But can you tell me this? Why in the absolute fuck do you keep squirming through the preseason qualifier only to suck ditch water during the regular season? This has happened every single time since Ultimate has started. You haven't done anything good except for the preseason qualifiers. You always come in to the regular season and just suck. What happened to your talent that comes with qualifying? Where does it go? Nobody knows. But you constantly keep going to Division H and getting smacked upside the head. This year will be no different, and I won't be a surprise. But hey, I mean, that's not my problem. Here, let me just give you this banner. Preseason Qualifier Champion. How do you like that, huh?
That was great.
Robin was this close on making an amazing run through the playoffs. She actually made her way to Smash Bowl 10, unfortunately losing to Bowser, but the point being she has the talent to do well year in and year out. This is the former champion back from 2015, and I wouldn't put it past her to do it again. The problem is she's a part of one of the most heated rivalries in Smash Circuit history, alongside, of course, the DDDK rule rivalry, but I don't know if it reaches this level, and let me tell you why.
Robin wins.
Checkmate.
And Robin's biggest rival keeps standing in her way. She has put a stronghold on Division H since she came into the league. The Queen of Smash Circuit. Byleth is one of the best fighters because, I mean, she won it in 2020, couldn't quite do it, but let me tell you how close this is. Byleth and Robin have been more or less back and forth, however, Byleth keeps winning the division. In last year's playoffs, the season playoffs, it was Robin who defeated Byleth in the loser's bracket to move on and eventually make it to the Final Four and Smash Bowl 10. However, this one is so close and is so exciting to see that I thoroughly enjoy watching this rivalry just continue to be this heated. And as it goes into 2022, we can see who will win this rivalry in terms of division and how it will outcome in playoffs. And it's only going to get better from here.
No hesitation.
We don't normally have a Central Conference. We don't normally have a Division I or a Division J, but this has to be the biggest season of Smash Circuit yet. We need to find out who's got what it takes to step up and be the grand champion of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. However, with Division I, it's kind of interesting. We have a former elite fighter from Smash 4, Shulk, who hasn't had a very strong performance. In fact, he hasn't actually been here during the singles era, being in 2019, his last appearance. But now that he has a shot, we might actually see him return to form. But that remains to be seen.
I can feel the power!
It was such a sad, disappointing day when a fan favorite Ice Climbers did not make it back to Smash Circuit 2021. However, they finally make it back this year. However, they're put into one of the biggest question mark divisions. We have two rookies in Division I, but they both look to be one of the better fighters. Not to mention they have to go up against Shulk, so it's honestly, we really don't know where this division will go.
Ice Climbers win!
This year, we've got 3 rookies coming in for their first attempt at the Smash Circuit regular season. Now the question remains, Sora was the final qualifier from the Smash Ultimate group. Can he actually do the same thing nowadays? Without any experience or history to go on, I can't tell for sure what it may be, what his result will be. But I can say this for sure. I believe he will be part of a new rivalry that will bud this season.
Sora wins!
Yes.
The last time we had 2 Fighters Pass rookies in the same division, they were at each other's throats. More or less, that rivalry still exists today, even though they're in separate divisions, that being Banjo and Terry. But this one could rival that rivalry a little bit more. We have Sora, but in the same division, we also have Pyra/Mythra. Now, once again, we don't really know anything. She's a Fighters Pass rookie, so we don't have any history, not even from the qualifier. She did qualify relatively quickly. I believe she got in 3rd or 4th from the Ultimate group, but it's still going to be very tough to tell where they're going to land because it's a giant question mark.
Pyra wins!
Power the Aegis.
Man, Division J is just so weird. Captain Falcon being in here, the former champion? Well, that's gonna make it interesting. Actually, it does. Because I remember, Captain Falcon was the one who finally broke down King K. Rool's reign of the bracket back in 2019. And we already have a preseason champion in this division. What I mean by a preseason champion? Well, you'll have to figure out in a sec. I will tell you why, and it's for a very good reason.
Captain Falcon wins!
Lucario makes his return in Division J as well. When Lucario was a part of Smash Circuit last time, it didn't really go over very well, which is a surprise, but even though he was an elite fighter in Smash 4, once again, things can change between games, and it looks like that might have happened, especially with the fact that who else is in this division? You have a former champion and Captain Falcon. You have a former division winner of Division J. And you have one of the most scariest rookies coming into his own in this division. I don't think Lucario is going to have a really good time here. Once he was released, Kazuya Mishima was viewed, was deemed, was crowned one of the toughest AIs in the game. And ever since I heard that news, I knew Kazuya was gonna make it. Without a doubt. I was telling everybody, I was like, yeah, everything's gonna be fine, and then Kazuya's gonna make it next year and destroy everything. It's honestly not a hot take to think that Kazuya could actually destroy everything. I wouldn't be surprised, but once again, it's one of those things where you just don't know who will actually do well as a rookie. Though then again, we did see Byleth, we did see Terry do very well in their rookie seasons.
Kazuya Mishima wins.
Do you remember when I mentioned that Tails has had enough success in Smash Circuit to count as his own character in this league? Well, let me bring it back to the original Mii fighter that did this. Mii Swordsman Yu Narukami from Persona 4. Now, Narukami originated back in 2015 and then missed 1 or 2 seasons, but has been in every single season since. He's made the most appearance for a Mii fighter, and it's not a surprise that I made him a permanent character in Smash Circuit a few years ago. And while Narukami has done well as of late, especially in the most recent seasons, he's in a division that has, again, one of the strongest rookies we've ever seen and a former champion. I don't know if he can repeat winning Division J like he did in 2019, but it's still not out of the realm of possibility. This season is going to be the biggest one yet. These are divisions, and honestly, there's a lot of good fighters, there's a lot of strong divisions, but I wonder who can defend their titles. Can Bowser defend his Grand Championship? Are we going to see any surprising rookies, surprising dark horses? It's going to be a surprise. And if you don't want to miss any of it live, go ahead and follow me on Twitch, because today, April 24th, we are kicking off the regular season over there. But if you can't make it on Sundays, don't worry. On YouTube the week after, I will be bringing the quote-unquote primetime games, the ones that I have scheduled to be the primetime games, will be uploaded to YouTube Friday through Monday. The one on Monday will be the most surprising, the most contested matchup of the week that isn't normally scheduled. It'll just be the quote-unquote match of the week. Of course, the season breakdown works this way, where we have 3 stages that last for 3 weeks, followed by a stage playoffs. They are named by the champions from the previous season for the first, second, and third stage. This first stage is of course named after the champion Sephiroth. That's why you will see such names as the Nibelheim incident, the Kremlin Cup for King K. Rool, and King K. Rool's Crown Showdown. So those are the 3 stages. Of course, the stage playoffs for the first stage will be the 15th. It'll then go on a break before we start the next 5 weeks for the second stage. It's going to be a wild time, but if you don't want to miss any of the exciting events of Smash Circuit 2022, hit the subscribe button to start the climb today. With that, though, I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to catch you back in the top later on, because you know that's how we do it.